welcome to another episode of Shooting
the Shit with Rachael
and Neal Young. So we're talking all things real estate photography business growth, mindset, and getting it done. Here come your favorite true entrepreneurs, Rachael and Neal Young, shooting the shit.
I have a ferret on top. Like if we're kind of in a slump, like what kind of things do you do?
Talking about a boob light.
Straddling a power line.
Nice photo.
Ooh, I need that.
I'm like red right now because I'm embarrassed. I go like this. I love it.
Hey, come in.
Sure, use your podcast voice.
Well, over here, I'm pitting out.
Drone's like flipping to the ground.
That's a great callback.
Chit-chatting.
Is that what you call that? Hey! Hello, and welcome to an amazing episode. We are very excited for this one. So as most of you know, or if you don't know, you should know that PMRE was the conference in Las Vegas was last week, which when this comes out, it'll be 2 weeks ago. So first week in November, it was Wednesday and Thursday. There's a 2-day conference. They had a bunch of guest speakers. They had a band come in. There was happy hours that was sponsored by all the sponsors. Like it was cool. It was really fun. So I was able to go, but Neal was not. And since he wasn't able to go, I decided I would run around and take video clips and interview people to try to bring PMRE to Neal. And then we will do a podcast episode kind of recapping the whole event and what happened. And yeah, so it was a lot of fun running around trying to get interviews from people. You know, not everyone is comfortable on camera, but most of them eat it up, you know, once you get it in their face. So it was fun.
Cool. I'm excited to see some of this content because, yeah, I'm jelly because, I mean, I got little snippets and I saw your social stuff that you did while you were there and you did a bunch and you did a great job just running around and getting everything you could get. So I'm excited and I apologize I was not able to be there. Wished I could have, but next year, make it happen for sure. And yeah, so cool. Let's I'm excited to hear these interviews and chat a little about it as we go.
Okay, so we flew in on Tuesday evening. Yep. You have to excuse me, I lost my voice. So I had no voice the whole time. It was terrible. I'm still kind of struggling, like it's not 100%, but we're close. Anyway, so we got there and there was a happy hour, kind of mingle cocktail hour that Ario put on. Down in one of the little lounges in the hotel. And so I talked to Brandon, the guy who Brandon Cooper is the founder and he organizes this whole event. He's great. But he told me, you know, make sure you get down there. There's going to be about 200 people. We do pre-registration on Tuesday night. So make sure you come by. I'm like, okay. So we go down there, got to meet a bunch of people that I have never seen in person. You know, everybody that I've met has been pretty much on social media. Besides the people, obviously, that live in Washington. But yeah, so I met Jordan Powers was the first one I met when we got out of our Uber. He was unpacking all of his stuff from the workshop that he had put on for how to do videos. And it was so crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Jordan Powers. I'm like, Jordan. It was cool. It's just so fun to see people in real life. So
yeah, totally.
So we go to this little happy hour deal, whatever, the pre-registration. And I sat down with Katya. She is the social media manager for the PMRE Instagram page. So she was running around doing interviews. And when I walked up, she was interviewing my husband, asking what it's like to be my, you know, basically he was saying he was my assistant. So she was asking him what it's like to be my assistant. Like I'm Arjun and I'm like, what is happening here? And I was like, I want to interview you. So I like reversed roles. So we'll play this clip so you guys can hear it. It would be really great if you guys watch this on YouTube, just because there is a lot of visual stuff behind it as well. So we will start with the first clip.
So tell me, PMRE social media manager, official right here. Woo! Love it. So how long have you been managing social?
Since we started, so 2019, 4 years.
This is the fourth year
Yeah.
or third year?
Fourth year.
Fourth year. Okay.
We had to go virtual in 2020 because of the pandemic.
But you met last year.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so excited to meet somebody that I brought in.
I know. Thank you. Thank you so much. No, it's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm excited to be here. Okay, so that was my first interview. Now I got better. This was before we even had this idea, and I just had this clip, and I was like, "Oh, that'll be good to show her." She was sweet.
Cool. So yeah, she's the social media manager for the conference, and it was this was the 4th year, she said.
Yes. So it started back in 2019, and this is the 4th year that they've had the conference.
Okay. And it was what? How many people did they admit to this one? Because I know there's a limited number of tickets, right?
Yeah, I think it was 300.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was a good size. Last year was 200. This year was 300. So they definitely
Cool.
That's
So it's
cool.
growing. It's cool. Yeah, it looked pretty cool seeing the snippets from the like main room that you guys would go see stuff or whatever. It was pretty neat looking.
Yeah. So Brandon kind of explained it to me before. So I was the panel moderator for the Q&A section, and I got I got a message on Instagram from Tacey Youngman, and she was like, "Do you want to speak do you want to be a moderator?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like all the blood drained from my body. I was so nervous, and I'm texting her, typing back, and I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's do it!" This is great. And inside, I'm dying. I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" On stage in front of 300 people, that's gonna be terrifying. But it was like a dream, right? I mean, I've been manifesting myself on stage forever, and just had this opportunity and had to say yes and figure it out, and it went great. It was a lot of fun.
No, it's so cool too. I totally had that. I had that weird visual of that too a long time ago, thinking like I was envisioning, I think both of us, but it ended up being you up on stage, which is kind of crazy. That's trippy because that wasn't part of the plan at all.
No, not at all. It was like a week before. So I talked to Brandon, and he kind of explained the whole conference, and because he's like, "Have you ever gone before?" And in my head, I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not going to be able to speak on stage because I've never gone." And I'm like, "Dang it." And he was like, "Yeah, so we set it up in a showroom. So it really feels like a Vegas show. It's not like a conference where you go and it's cold and hard chairs and bright lights, right? Like it's in an actual showroom. And there's a mixture of like tables and booths and different setups for your seating arrangement. And then they had like a 50-foot or something, 60-foot LED wall behind them, high-end audio and lighting. And it was cool. Like the production side of what they do in there is really neat. It's way better than just a regular old boring conference.
I always envisioned it being like every other conference I've been to, which is like a big open thing with booths and tables and just people walking by. But you're right. It was totally more, when I saw it, it was exactly like that. More like a theater, like a stage and all these, and it wasn't just regular places. It did look like little niches to sit and stuff. It was kind of interesting. So it was kind of cool.
And then all the vendors did have a table there, but they were just at the booths kind of in the middle of the main walkway. They had a little table booth right there with their stuff set up. So you could go up and talk to them in between segments and whatnot. So it's cool.
Interesting. All right. Well, let's show me somebody else. Let's see this.
So this one really is not an interview. It's just kind of funny. So I love it when people don't want to be on video and they're on video anyway. I'm like, let me torture you.
Torture.
Let me torture you. Okay, I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah, how do you feel about being on video?
I hate being on video.
Why?
So are you threatening me that you're going to put me on video when I don't notice, when I'm not looking?
I am not recording you right now.
Why do you have a phone stuck in the front of my face? It better not be video. It better not be on right now. Otherwise...
What are you so worried about?
I got nothing to hide.
So
I just have imposter syndrome because I'm not official according to PMRE.
Troublemaker.
Yes. And I'm going to make...
Watch out for this one.
I'm going to make trouble tomorrow. I'm going to raise hell.
It's gonna
Watch out.
It's going to be fun. Okay, you're coming on the podcast because you said you'll have lots of questions.
Yes, and lots of answers.
Okay.
Secret
Are
to
you gonna
meaning
poke
of
holes?
life.
You should poke holes.
Poke holes. What kind of holes?
You know,
And what am I poking? What's my target?
push us further. Yeah.
I'd be happy to do that.
That would be awesome.
I'm kind of a troll and instigator,
Okay.
so I'm happy
You're
to.
the
Yeah.
one in the group.
Oh, totally.
Is it you?
Yeah, I'm proud of it too. So
Good for you.
I can't wait.
Well, sometimes you have to like stand up and say what you believe in, right? That's okay.
I can't wait.
I love it. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Peace out.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. That's
so that's Sam Chen. Sam Chen is from, I think, LA. I can't remember. I should know this. He was great. I met him the first night. This was at that happy hour, cocktail hour where you do the pre-registration. And he was just so warm and inviting when I first met him. And we just hit it off. And yeah, it's fun because you bump into people throughout the conference. You're like, oh, hey, I know you. How's it going?
Yeah.
And
Hey,
everyone's just
I
so
recognize
happy.
your face. Why do I know it? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
That's really fun. That's fun. I
Something-
like
and
it.
his-
Was his official badge? Did it actually say troublemaker, or had he written it in? I couldn't tell.
No, so he didn't have a badge when he went up for pre-registration. They didn't have a printed because they had your name printed on it,
Oh, okay.
your city and state, and they didn't have one for him. So they hand wrote one, and they wrote Sam Chen, and then underneath in quotations it says troublemaker. So it was pretty. He's like, I have imposter syndrome. It was funny.
That's funny.
It was good.
Was that the main room that we were seeing in that little bit?
No, that was one of the little restaurant lounges.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, it's such a, it's got to be a very unique, because you're in a room full of everybody who does what you do. That's kind of fun. When else does that happen in our business? Really, we're kind of lone wolves most of the time, right?
Yes, for sure. And a lot of us are introverts, and it's really takes a lot of energy to do these, to be at these events and to be that social. So it was
Mm,
actually fun to see how many people were pretty outgoing. Like
yeah.
I was kind of shocked. I thought, oh, this might be kind of boring. I don't know if people are like going to be talkative or if they're going to be in their shell. Like you just don't know. But I was like pleasantly surprised with how open everybody was and how excited they were to talk to you.
Yeah.
So
Well, I remember I was asking you, I was picking your brain, like, what's the dynamic like there? Because I pictured like, a room full of 60-year-old men, and that's
it
it.
was a lot of middle-aged white men. I'm not going to
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
But there was some diversity. A lot of women actually were there
Oh,
too.
yeah. I
It
was
was
glad to
cool.
hear that. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. Yeah. Good. Good. It's because I was totally picturing just like that's it. But
Yep.
no, that's good. I'm glad there's diversity.
Yeah.
That's cool. Fun.
Okay.
All right.
So,
What else we got?
all right.
Say hi, Alex.
Hello, good morning. PMRE, let's go.
Say hi, Rich. Yeah. We got Chasey over there. Chatting it up. Say hi. He's like, get it off me.
No pictures.
Resisted. Too late.
Where's this going?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
You have
I'm not
any
here.
words of wisdom, Rich?
I'm not. Yes, clarification of expectations.
There you go.
And going out to Sam Chen, flambian.
Thanks, Rich.
That's hilarious. Rich seems like a total character, huh?
Oh my gosh. Rich was so great. Like every time I saw him, he was just glowing and he's like quirky and funny. Just not what I would expect, honestly. I thought he was going to be kind of rigid and stiff, but he was hilarious. He was so great. And he was
That's
always so
cool.
welcoming. He's like, "Oh, Rachel, you just look so beautiful today." I'm like, "Thanks, Rich." He's so cute.
Yeah, he's one of those people who just seems like a total genuine, like nice guy. Like,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's really cool. Wait, so he's going flambiant to Sam Chen. Does Sam not do flambiant? Is that why he's saying that?
I don't know the inside joke. I probably
Okay.
should listen to Shooting Spaces. I think Sam Chen was on Shooting Spaces, so I should definitely listen to that episode and
Gotcha,
see.
gotcha,
I'm
gotcha.
assuming. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. That's cool. Well, that's fun seeing him too, because I watched a ton of his YouTube videos,
Oh, yeah.
learning all this stuff. So it's really fun seeing somebody like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Same here. I learned a lot from him in the early days, like 6 years ago. So pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Jordan Powers. What are you most excited about for today?
Who am I most excited about, or what? I'm just excited to get started. I'm excited to hang out with everybody afterwards and learn a bunch of stuff.
Kind of.
Jordan, there we
Jordan,
go.
you're up.
I am disappointed that I didn't get to show Jordan my actual height in person from our
Oh, I know, right? Yeah. when
from
he was
our
on.
podcast that we're
Yeah.
on that came up when we were talking about like everybody thought I was like 6 foot or something, and I'm like, I'm only 5'10".
I'm like, what? I thought you were like 6'2", Neal.
Yeah. Jordan had texted me after that, which was a funny story. And we were chatting about something, and I'm like, I guess I'll have to wear some really high shoes. And he sent me an emoji of these like shiny, sparkly, like platform like heels, I'm like, yes, I'm wearing those.
Just to be 6 foot.
Yeah, just to be 6 foot.
I love it. Okay, let's watch this next one. I'm not exactly.
2, 1.
I feel like I'm in a Tony Robbins concert. Let's go!
Please welcome to the stage the PMRE Conference 2022.
All right, are you pumped up or what?
I love it. I love hearing somebody go, I feel like I'm in a Tony Robbins
was
concert
me.
or whatever. Oh, was that you?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
I
a
did.
dude.
I'm like,
Your voice is so deep. I thought it was a dude.
oh, great. Lovely. Nope, that was me with my man voice for the
Tony
week.
Robbins.
I told you, 90-year-old smoker all the way.
Yeah. Oh my
Goodness,
gosh.
goodness.
Yeah, no, that was fun. Yeah, yeah. It is. It totally feels like that's exactly what it feels like. That or like you're on like I don't know what one of those more recent game shows are, but I can't think of one right now. All I can think of is all the old ones like Pyramid and like
Oh, like Dancing with the Stars or something?
Oh yeah,
Maybe?
sure.
I don't know.
No, I don't know about Dancing with the Stars, but yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
cool, though.
good
Yeah,
time.
it's pretty cool. Yeah, they go full on like light show and everything going. That's cool.
Yeah,
Totally fun.
that's fun.
All right, let's see another snippet.
Okay, so this next one is from Austin Baker, and it's him. I kind of caught him talking about his journey, and I just started filming him. I don't even know if he knows I got this clip, so we're just gonna play it. He won't care. It's great. Anyway, so he's talking about his transition from real estate photography into full-time architectural photography, which I thought was
okay, cool.
So.
This is the year where that switch happened for me. And so the bulk of my clients are now architecture and design. I do very little real estate. But even at the beginning of this year, the bulk of my work was rental and real estate, and I only had a handful of design clients. So this has been the year that finally worked for me.
What helped you to like switch to that? What helped you do that switch? Like, what brought you to more of the design?
Really targeting the right type of market. Social media was really helpful. I really just added every designer and architect in my state, and I just was very, I tried to have a very honest approach to what I did, and if I liked what their design was, I'd say, oh, that backsplash is incredible. And I would comment. And sometimes I'd comment on the designer's pictures once a week for 3 months, and then I'd get a message in my inbox. And I was very fortunate to get picked up by our local home magazine, and that was also really big, because every shoot I did for them introduced me to a new designer or architect. And between those two things, I was able to kind of gain traction, and then once you have traction, then the designers talk to designers, and then everything starts.
And then your referral network is working for you.
Yeah, but getting like the first client was crazy hard, second one pretty hard, third one kind of hard, and now it's finally that point where they're happening more organically versus having to kind of claw my way to each client. So,
So your consistency paid off.
Consistency, yeah. I also really shot every single real estate project as if I was shooting it for a designer, which made it very not profitable because I spent way too much time on them. But I had hopes and aspirations and goals, and I truly believed that I was going to get to a point where I was shooting for that type of client. And they often say, shoot projects like the client you want to work for. And then, so I did a lot of overkill on a lot of real estate for a long time until I finally got noticed in the groups that I wanted to get noticed in.
Your work's incredible.
Thank you.
I've been stalking you today on social media.
I appreciate that.
It's great.
I'm fortunate to have really good clients and they give me beautiful projects, and then I take pictures and they come out okay. So it's how it goes.
Oh, that was a good little snippet there. That was great. Yeah, we got to get him on the show.
I know, right? I think that would be a really fun one because so many real estate photographers want to jump to architectural and they get stuck. And he used the power of social media, which I love.
Totally did.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Smart replay that part a couple times where he was talking about how he got all those designers. He just kept making honest comments over a long period of time, and then eventually they started noticing him and chatting with him. Right? That's crazy.
Start the conversation
and shooting like what you want to be.
Yes, that was cool. I like that.
That's cool.
Great interview from him. Okay, so this next one is my face. I'm not exactly sure what this one is. Let's see.
Okay, so we're here with HD Photo Hub. I've got Dierks and Debbie. So exciting news coming from HD Photo Hub. They are coming out with an app. I just got a full demo, which we maybe can get a little demo from you.
Yeah, we can
share.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Sure.
Yeah. How's the experience so far at PMRE?
It's awesome. It's a great conference. There's not many places we can go where these are our people. Where we can be around real estate photographers, and that's what I love about coming here. This is our place, man. These are our people.
You know what I love is I have been using HD Photo Hub since 2020, and I did a little commercial with you guys.
Yeah.
I've never met you. I don't think I've ever talked to you. Maybe emailed a couple times. But Ian and I have been in contact quite a bit. He helped me set everything up. And when I came, he was like, Rachel, what's up? Like, just knew me by name. And you the same thing. It's so great. So you guys take great care of your customers.
We try.
Appreciate you.
Thanks.
Any words of wisdom to the listeners? use HD Photo Hub?
Well,
It'll make your life easier?
I mean, get a system, right? Like, you need to be organized. It's hard enough. Like, Post-it notes on the passenger seat is not a good system. You need like a way to be organized, and it'll change your life. So
I agree. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, HD Photo Hub. Luckily, it wasn't just me talking.
That's cool. He was chill.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like how he didn't just. I like it was like get a system. He didn't like.
Not like directly selling, but
I like
have
that
a
though.
system.
You know,
Yeah, he's right.
It is always harsh when somebody's just only like going HD Photo Hub, HD Photo Hub. But he's like,
Yeah.
just get a system. I like that sales tactic. It's good.
Yeah, we have a later interview by Ario, which honestly they're so comparable to HD Photo Hub, especially with HD Photo Hub now having an app. Ario already has the app too.
Yeah.
So-
and what do you think about the app that you got to look at?
Oh, it's great. It's a lot like Ario's. It's the tile is your business name for the app. So when they see it on the screen, it'll have your logo. So it's white labeled for your business.
Nice.
Yeah, it's easy to use. You can just put an order in. You can download photos, like individual photos to your phone, which is great because how many times do you want to post on social and you got to get it off the internet onto your phone, and it's a pain in the butt when you're on a browser trying to download.
That will probably be my favorite thing because
Right?
I'm constantly going and downloading and then putting it into a drive that I can get from my phone and download to my phone then. And that'll be sick for social because I want to put stuff on social. Yeah.
Exactly.
cool.
So, and then you can download all the like teaser videos and stuff too, and all the social media tiles. So yeah,
Nice.
good stuff.
Nice.
It's easy. Looks super easy to use. I think it'll be useful. I think he said they're going to be doing like a one-time cost for it. I know Ario charges every month, so I don't know what that investment looks like, but yeah.
Cool.
Okay, we're ready for so this next one. We're at an Ario event after day one. They had an after party up in one of the rooms. Abel and I. This is when we went live, Neal. Remember? And I was walking around trying to find this party.
Oh yeah, we couldn't find the party. Yeah, we walked around like.
They're like, it's upstairs. I'm like, oh, there's like an upstairs conference room area where we had like lunch that day for the ladies' luncheon. And so I'm thinking it's up there. So we walk all the way around to get up there. I get up there, there's nothing there. And I'm like, well, there has to be another upstairs. No, it's upstairs in one of the freaking rooms on the 15th floor.
It was.
So I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
hilarious.
anywho, that's what this next clip is.
Let's see this thing from Ario. And if you don't know, Ario does the same platform, same idea as what HD Photo Hub. They're competitors, right? So
So just a little quick clip so you can see what it was like. And then we've got a couple interviews from this little after party as well. So we'll jump into that.
Hello and welcome to PMRE 2022 live in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are here at one of the after parties put on by Ario, and we are going to walk around and meet some people and ask them how they enjoyed the conference today. So let's go check it out. Oh, hey guys!
Oh, hi! Hi, Rachel!
Hi!
Where did you come from? How are you, Rachel? So good to
Great.
see
So
you.
good to see you, Rich. So good to see you.
You're looking marvelous.
Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. Thank you for the magnet today. The shooting spaces magnet that you gave me.
I got it one day. I can't find it.
I mean, I thought I had it in my pocket, but I don't. Anyways, fantastic. I love magnets. There they are.
Oh, God.
Listen to their podcast.
You can have one. You want one? Okay. Anyway, you're going to interview Sam.
Sam,
Yes.
how was the conference today?
The conference was great. I thought the first three speakers were home runs, and then the afternoon was great too. NFT, Metaverse, that was way cosmic and over everyone's head.
Right?
But interesting.
Yeah. How do you think us as media creators could implement AR into our businesses or the metaverse? Like, I want to know the timeline that you project since you've kind of been in this space, and then how we could implement it into our businesses as photographers.
Well, I think the coolest demo that we all saw today was when you walk through a home, and depending on where you are, the agent would literally pop up through augmented reality, and it would explain to you, oh, this is a cool thing about this feature, this part of the house, and as you walk through, it just kind of pops up. I think that's a great use of augmented reality. I don't think it's going to happen for another 5 years. Zuckerberg said probably another 5 to 10 years. So
I agree with that. But think about all of our kids that are playing video games. They're in the Oculus, in the goggles, in VR, chatting with their friends. Like they're yelling at each other through the headsets, having so much fun. Like they're being prepped to fully be immersed in the metaverse.
Using foul language and F words, yes.
In 5 to 10 years when they're older and grown up. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where it goes. I think every business will be in the metaverse, honestly.
Yeah, and I can't wait until they implement a first-person shooter option in these real estate tours.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. Anyway.
And then Rachael, the new.
Here
Hello,
we
I'm
are
here.
live at the PMRE conference. Come along with me.
It was like 3 takes to even get that. I'm like, I feel so weird. What do I say? Like, here we go. So a funny story. So I had that little mic in my hand, and the off button is right where I hold it. And so we had done this interview with Rich. I interviewed Rich as well, and it was hilarious. Like, it was so good. And I had accidentally turned the mic off when we were recording.
No.
And when it's plugged into your phone, if the mic turns off, it's just
You got
muted.
nothing.
Nothing. So I was like, that's why it was so awkward when I walked up. I was like, oh, hey guys. And they were like, oh my gosh, here we go again. And Rich didn't even really talk. Like, he did a little bit, but the first interview, I was like, dang it.
The biggest question I have from that whole segment is based on the conversation previously about Jordan and how tall people are. Is did you have platform shoes on? Were you as tall as Rich?
No, I'm 5'5.5.5. So I'm short.
How tall is Rich?
Oh, probably like 5'11", 6 foot.
Oh, okay.
So, but I had like 4-inch platform heels on.
Yeah, because
so.
you look like the same height as him, which I was surprised, but that might be
Like
just
a giant.
the camera might be a little deceiving too, but yeah.
Yeah. So one of the presentations was by Emily Ullman from San Francisco, California. And she is big into the metaverse and AR and that kind of technology. And they showed us a concept. It's a new software that's coming out where an agent is like a hologram. Like there's an app that you download on your phone, and then you scan the house, and there's like little buttons. And when you push the button, a little hologram comes up on your screen, and it's the agent talking about that feature of that home. So it's like a virtual open house where, like, when anybody views the house, they can click those buttons and learn about the different features. So it was really neat. And I'm like, what if we could have those cameras and film the agents? I mean, imagine the creativity possibilities would be endless. It doesn't have to be stale and boring. You could make it like, you could pop up and say something kind of crazy, or tell them a fun fact about the neighborhood. I don't know. But there's like, I just thought that was really neat. So, and Sam had worked in that space as well, so he was familiar. So we were kind of talking about that kind of stuff, and that's why that's came about. So
what was the bits that they take of the realtor talking, is that, I don't know if they probably didn't get into this, but is that filmed like through their app when they film that, or you need like special?
I don't know. They didn't say.
Interesting.
They didn't say.
I'm immediately going, is this a service we offer, or is it something through an app that we are not a part of? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, and you think about it, like there is a creative director role that would probably need to be there to help them film it, because it is a video of them, like a actual video of them popping up just in like a little hologram style. So I don't know.
I don't even want to know the stuff that's going to happen with that. Oh, that's
I
gonna
know.
get crazy. That's
Well,
hilarious.
projection is 5 to 10 years, and we'll all be living in goggles. So better get some sexy ones, because I'm not wearing those big white or black things.
I hope that by then there's a better solution than goggles.
Right? Just glasses. That's a good point. Very good point, Neal. They're going to have just your glasses will be VR or AR for sure.
Right.
The AR stuff is cool. Apple's coming out with glasses. AR glasses. So augmented reality, if you don't know, is basically like you put goggles on, and then little stats would come up. Like if you had a refrigerator and it was broken, or this is a really dumb example, but if you had a refrigerator and it was broken and you needed to see the user manual, you could type in a code or go to that site, and then the user manual would come up and it would give you a list of instructions while you're working on it, like how to fix it. Something like that. Or just, I mean, the weather, show me the weather, and the weather forecast pops up in front of you, right, on the screen, like stats, things, your emails, everything will be in your glasses. So you really won't need a phone anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you're like, 7 years ago in my old apartment when people would park out front next to the park, and I thought there was drug deals going on, and it turns out they were just doing Pokemon on their phone, and there's there's a lot of unique Pokemon in your park. Like, what? I was to go to the cops. I thought you were drug dealers. Get out of here.
Totally. Yeah, that was a huge craze. That was wild. So yeah, that's a good introduction to AR. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. So anyways, pretty cool stuff. So that will be fun to learn more about in the future. Okay, this next one is special. Cheyanne Crawford is darling. She's from Atlanta, Georgia, and she is young and she is successful and she is driven and she is kind. Like, she's a great person. She does real estate photography and lifestyle photos. So just what I do. I believe she does architecture and design a little bit too. But anyway, she's doing great things. So check her out. But here's her little video.
We got a good one up next. Hello, look at you, sassy mama. Microphone? Yeah, you're on.
Don't put me on the
video.
spot like that.
Girl, you got this. You look so cute. Look at Louis Vuitton. I tell you.
It's a luggage lock.
Are you?
Gen Z.
Are you going clubbing? Where are you going?
I'm going to the whatever they call the party, the PMRE
Oh yeah. Should I go change?
party. Yes.
Do I need to put a dress on?
I do.
I mean, I have a
You
pretty
look
awesome
fabulous now.
velvet dress that I could wear.
Bitch, yes. I wanted you.
Put it on. Okay, so this
Vegas.
Yeah, so we are doing a little interview for the podcast. We're gonna play these, and then Neal and I are gonna kind of rebuttal about what happened at the conference. Yes. So, what was your favorite part of today?
Ooh, embarrassing myself on this podcast at the end of the day.
Own it, girl. This is Cheyanne Crawford, by the way. She's out of Atlanta, Georgia. She does real estate and lifestyle photography. Like, I met her and I was like, this is my soul sister. Because we do, like, the same stuff. And she's amazing. So, love your work. Thank you. So, what was your favorite part?
I think my favorite part, I really enjoyed Branick's presentation because it was just like the straight facts. I appreciated that a lot. Like, the pacing was incredible. He brought real value for us to get some. I'm like, it's very loud in here. It just gave us like a clear view on what is going on in the industry. I think a lot of us should be paying a lot more attention to what's going on for realtors, what's going on in inventory, because like Devin said, we market realtors, we don't sell houses. We're trying to help them get that next listing. So in a changing market, that's more important than ever. So I think that's a big takeaway, is start focusing in on your top 20% of realtors.
Yes.
That was
And
my favorite part.
so, one thing that I really took away from the first Branick's, is that how I would say his name?
Yeah.
Terrible names. Is that I need to know my own stats. And I need to be evaluating my own. Like, I don't do that. I'm just like, we're doing great. Like, it's fine, but I should know the stats. I mean, I told them a little bit last year, just at the end of the year, to throw them up on a video that I made, you know, to show what we've done. But I haven't dove into that really deep. So I think that's a really interesting takeaway, to like actually go in, get my stats, like know my business a little bit better on the financial side.
That's super valuable, I think, in your business, which you've got some years on me, but like as somebody that's just a couple of years in, I'm just now starting to think about that kind of stuff, to grow and figure out like where the hell do I really stand, instead of just how do I get this thing off the ground. So I think it's valuable for everyone at every point of being in business, being in the real estate media.
Totally. And Reed Fish said you should know 6 months of your past financials, and then to be able to project the next 6 months in the future, which is good too. So anyways, thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
My pleasure.
So good to see you. I can't wait to dance with you later.
Yes! I can't wait to see your dress.
If I do it.
Yes. That's okay. No pressure. Save it for dinner tomorrow.
Oh, I have a black dress for dinner.
Oh, I have a red dress for dinner.
Woo! Hot. All right. Okay.
All right. So that's Cheyanne. Isn't she sweet? Love her accent.
She is. She's cool. That's interesting. Yeah. No, I definitely need to. And I think that's one thing that's actually hopefully gonna. I remember first time talking to you, and you like knew the number of listings you did. At least I'm like, I have no idea what I did.
I had never looked. It was like, because I made an end of the year reel and I wanted to share a little video, like thanking my clients, and I wanted to show like how many shoots we did. That's the only reason I knew. I was like, oh, excuse me, I'm still fighting this.
Yeah, but hopefully now I did some of the info that's in like a HD photo hub. At least it does break down some of that a little bit. But yeah, I really want to know how many drone shots it did, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see. And then you can use that to know, like, because everything got so much more expensive this year, and so I want to look at, okay, if I raise my rate for drone a little bit, based on how many we did last year, is that going to make up some of this gap? Or because, gas was more expensive, everything was more expensive,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. And just inflation alone is what, like 10% a year. So you should be raising your prices 10% to keep up, which is crazy to think about.
I got to raise them this year for sure.
I'm going to.
I haven't.
We're like revamping everything, new packages and new media. So yay. Okay. So she said Branick's talk was the best, like her favorite. So he was the first speaker at the conference, and he is the owner, one of the 3 owners of Ario. So I have an interview of him to play next, but he went up and just showed us all the real estate stats, like how, how video has been performing, how many people are using video, using Matterport, using drone over the last 10 years. Like it was really interesting to see all of the stats. It was just kind of eye-opening for us to see all that. So
any major trends from that you remember as far as the stats went? Like was Matterport like way higher than video, or vice versa, or what? Because I know it was weird with
I know. Well, Matterport jumped pretty high because it just started, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. So it really caught on about 5 years ago, made a big jump. Video is also pretty high jump in video as well, which I think is in part from the reels on Instagram, right? Like everybody needs video content. So yeah, and YouTube shorts and all that good stuff. All right, let's listen. Okay, so this is Cheyanne. The next night after dinner, she had a few drinks, I'm sure, at dinner, but this is great. No. I had to play this because it's fantastic. So here we go.
Cheyanne, say that one more time. You're a what? You're a bougie bitch, and
I'm a bougie bitch, and I like to dine nicely.
There you go.
When in Vegas, you have some of the nicest dining at your disposal. Take advantage.
Fucking do it.
She's so fun.
You get her accent much more in that one. I like that.
Yeah. No, she said that, and I was like, I have to get that on video. Where is my phone? Like, say it again. And she did. She did perfect. So.
She's hilarious. Oh my gosh. She's a character for sure.
She's cute. Super cute. All right. So next up, we have Branick from Ario. Oh, and this one, the audio. Alex was filming. Alex with AMF Photography. He lives about an hour and a half south of me. He's kind of my manager right now. We're building out our architectural and design division within FMC, or kind of a spinoff. Anyways, he's a big part of my team. He's been great. So he is my videographer for all of this, holding the phone, right? And he didn't have the audio part plugged into the phone for our first interview. And it's so loud you couldn't hear anything. So we had to redo his interview as well. So it was a little embarrassing. Like, next year I'll be better. Next year we'll be doing these together, Neal. We'll be more polished.
Yes.
Maybe we'll get little labs or like a real microphone. It'd be cool to have an actual microphone to like pass back and forth.
Yeah, we could totally do that.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, we are here with Branick from Ario. And we have
everyone.
Teeny tiny mic.
We do have a very small mic. It's recording now. My name's Branick with the Ario team, one of the co-founders.
Yes. So how many people are in on this business? Like, who started it?
We have 25 employees now. We've got 3 main co-founders now, myself, Matt Makowski, and Brendan Quinlan. We all grew up together, childhood friends. We worked as photographers in high school and then decided to start a software company for photographers post-college.
Very cool. Wow. If I could have started when I was in high school, like, how much further?
It's been a long journey. It's been fun, though. So it's fun working with your best friends. It's a great crew. We got a good team here tonight. So thank you guys for coming.
Yeah,
excited to chat.
Yeah. So you guys are actually like throwing a lot of parties. You guys have put a lot into this as sponsors. So tell us a little bit about the events that you guys are hosting.
Yeah, we just like to do fun things. Our commercials are all fun. We've never had a commercial where we tell people what we do. It's always very vague, and we just are here to have a good time. So hopefully people enjoy it, and it's just fun to meet people and network and meet other business owners, and yeah, hopefully it works out.
Awesome.
Biggest takeaway I'd say is selling all the services, not just pictures, but videos, floor plans, 3D tours, you name it, the whole works across the board.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're selling the agent, not
You're
the house.
selling the agent, not the house. Raise your prices too. Just raise them. Raise them across the board. You'll be in a good spot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We all do it at once. It won't be a shock. Like
Yeah, they won't have any idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll do a little price fixing and be in a good spot.
Awesome. So do you shoot at all anymore?
I don't. No more. I do shoot for fun, just not real estate. So I've been getting into film photography, actually. That's my new hobby, which has been quite fun. So
I love that. What kind of stuff do you film?
Just, I don't know, more like nature, just friends, just out, just photos, so just regular stuff. But it's been enjoyable.
I love passion projects.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I know you're really well known and everyone loves your product. So.
Thank you very much.
Keep it up.
We got to get you guys on board to it. So, yeah.
Awesome.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Haha. He goes, we got to get you over. I'm like, ha.
I know.
I am married to HD Photo Hub. We are never getting divorced. Sorry, Branick. I like your product, but what goes into setting that up is like days of work. I'm like, no. Anyways, yeah, he was great. And
that's cool.
26 years old, started his first job was as a real estate photographer. Him and his buddies saw a need, and then they went out and started Ario, which is now like one of the biggest back-end systems for real estate photography. Like, so cool. I'm like,
I mean, and they get to do with all your buddies and stuff. But yeah, you're totally. No, I'm envious of people that get that head start. Like I was talking to a realtor the other day, and she's 22, and she bought her first house, and I'm like, man, it must be nice. I always feel like I've been like 10 years behind the curve on everybody because I went and did my whole acting thing for 10 years and then had to reboot, so it's like when I see people that young get like already on the right track, I'm like, man, you can just kill it. Just keep going. It's awesome.
Right. You figured it out young. And that's what we need to give to our children. Right. Like, and that's something like my son hates going to school. He's like, oh, I just hate school. Why do we have to go? They don't even teach us anything of value. He's like, why don't they teach us about like how to make money? And I go, that's what your mom's for. I go, I will teach you that stuff, Jack. Because it is they don't teach finances. They don't teach how to be an entrepreneur. They teach you how to be a rat in the rat race.
It makes no sense. Yeah. And it's exactly right. And my father even said when he was in high school, he was like, yeah, I remember being excited to go to home ec because I thought I was going to learn home economics to, learn something, what to do with money and stuff. Yeah. And you're right. They don't teach you what to do with money. They really don't.
Budgeting.
It's bizarre. Yeah. It's bizarre. We had a couple of classes at least in my school, but generally, they really don't. And it's you would think, why wouldn't they teach you like how to do a small business, how to do anything like that, instead of like just gearing you up for your school, which I was just discussing this with somebody else the other day. That doesn't make sense for everybody. It's so weird. But they just everybody in this one box.
Yeah. It's like, okay, we don't all fit in the same box, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, so next one. This is Jordan Powers and Brian Berkowitz. So this will be a good one.
This will be fun.
Then I totally caught them off guard. I felt bad. My husband was talking to them and they were like broing out. And I like interrupted right in the middle of their like deep conversation. And I was like, it was like, you've got to probably just like, let us know you were going to start. And I was like, oh, sorry. Next time I won't be so intrusive. Sorry.
After like, bro, what's with your wife?
I know. Just butts in.
Bro, harsh.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so this next interview is going to be fun. We're going to find Jordan Powers and Brian Berkowitz and ask them some fun questions. So let's go. Hello. I'm crashing your party. How are you guys?
Good, how's it going?
Good. I have this tiny little mic that you get to talk into.
Yes, I will. It's not awkward at all. Talking into your hands. I know. Should have got a long quote like Bob Barker.
I know, right? I could just go like this.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. It actually picks up pretty well. So
sounds good.
Okay, so what was your favorite thing today about the conference?
I think mainly for me, it's that I need to. I talked to you a little bit about get my act together and start actually. I moved to a new area, and I haven't done a lot in that area yet, and I don't know, there's so much untapped potential that I haven't done yet. So I don't know. I think it's more about getting things in gear.
Yeah. So it motivated you a little.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
How about you?
Probably Devin's presentation.
Yeah.
Just readjusting your mindset on where you need to be and market yourself. So.
I thought that was really good too.
What about you? What was your biggest thing?
So I went to the ladies' luncheon and Emma spoke, and she talked about every job. Like she's one of the top 5 architectural photographers in the world, right? She's amazing and so humble and very sweet. But she said every time she goes to a job, she gets butterflies.
She goes to what?
Every time she goes to do a job, like an architectural job, she gets butterflies. And like at her level, she should not be getting butterflies and being nervous. And
vulnerability.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she's at that level.
Yep. And she was saying like she feels like, why did they hire me? Like I'm not good enough to do this job. Right? And then she like knocks herself around. She's talking about that inner voice and how it can creep in on anyone. So it was nice to hear that she's human and none of us ever have it fully figured out. You know what I mean?
So he's doing the ninja walker.
Okay, who has the camera? Because we need to show Alex right now, our videographer, who we need to give credit to. He's killing it. Anyways, I thought that was great. I like to hear that coming from someone that's so established and so well known, and it's just so great.
Vulnerability.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So Brian, what do you do in the slow time to keep busy?
I don't shoot.
You don't shoot.
Yes.
What do you do for your business? Do you do any?
Yeah, market. Outreach. I mean, cold outreach, warm outreach, get new work. That's what we all do, don't we?
Yeah, definitely.
You can't do it when the busy time, so you do it during the slow time.
Okay, just checking. Because you know, the architectural world is different than the real estate world, right?
I mean, you're marketing business like anything else. You know, we're just shooting a different type of work. But
You're still shooting spaces.
I'm saying exactly, but you're shooting, I'm shooting, you're shooting. We're all running our business. We're all marketing our business. You know.
Yeah. We're not that different after all. I said we're not that different after all. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
That was a great couple of people to get an opportunity to kind of brush up with and talk with. That's I think one of the cool parts about being able to go firsthand. And I don't think you can. It's hard to capture that. You know, just trying to run around for a glimpse here and there with a mic, obviously. And I do love his point about you should do the you should have got a hanger and put the mic on the end of a long, like, because Bob Barker's mic was like this at the end of this long stick. That would have been hilarious.
That would have been so good. Oh, I love it.
But yeah, no, the other thing that's hard to capture too, I think, when you're at this is you don't realize, A, how dark all these rooms probably are. And then B, it's a party in there. That it's party volume in there, right? So you're trying to do an interview in there and it's really loud, right?
Yeah.
It's, you know, your mic is actually helping, but normally it would be like, you probably wouldn't hear it at all if you probably didn't have that mic, I would guess.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. And I brought that mic just thinking like, oh, I might use it for Tip Tuesday or something. I don't know, just whatever. I like to have it, you know, and I'm glad I packed it because it came in handy.
Yeah,
so it's like a $30 mic off Amazon. It's not good quality, but it works. You know,
but at least you could, at least you got audio because you probably wouldn't have been able to get it. So
exactly.
It's fun. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing. Biggest takeaway from these little snippets is you see these people brushing up and chatting, and you could be a part of these conversations and really get inside scoops from people who have a lot of knowledge and a lot of different backgrounds from different areas. It's really cool, and people who came from all over, huh? Right? We're in other countries,
all over
even,
the
right?
world. Yeah. People from all over. So yeah, and everyone's really open. I made a point to really be outgoing at this event. Like I'm kind of nervous in these kind of situations usually, and I don't like walking up to people and starting conversations, but I felt totally empowered and just like happy to be there, excited to talk to people. I think having this podcast definitely gave me more confidence, you know, knowing that I was going to be up on stage being the panel moderator kind of helped me like feel like I had more of a presence there, you know, and it was fun. Like I'd be standing in line at Starbucks because they had a Starbucks in our hotel. And there would be someone with a badge on and I'd just be like, hey, how you doing? Like, where are you from? You know, just randomly start conversations with everyone. It was great. So
yeah,
it was
because
really
they're your
fun.
peeps. You see that badge, they're your peeps, right? So that's cool.
There's always something to talk about with a real estate photographer.
I'm such a nerd saying that they're your peeps too.
They're your peeps.
They're totally
You're
your
so with it.
peeps.
They're your bros.
I know,
Growing
I'm so
out.
with it 20 years ago.
Oh, that's great. All right, we got a few more. I've got a dance party that I'm going to show for a short clip.
Nice.
Yes. Okay, so that was just a short little clip early in the night. It got wild. So it was fun. So they had like a nightcap something. I don't remember what they called it, but it was in the showroom. And they brought in this band. They were an 80s cover band. And they were dressed up like Revenge of the Nerds. And they were great.
Fun.
Oh, they
Oh,
put
that's
on a great
hilarious.
show. Their
Oh,
their
that's
moves.
cool.
They'd have like commentary. They were in character the whole time. Like one of the guys was like, I live in my mom's garage. Like one guy had big teeth in, like the buck teeth. It was awesome. And everybody got down. Like as the night went on, like they had like a dance circle or one person would go in the middle, then another person would go in the middle. You know, there was like dance offs between people and just, I mean, what a fun group of people, honestly. It was really cool. So you guys have to come next year. It's going to be amazing.
I have to learn. My goal for next year is to learn the moonwalk for next year.
Okay. That's not that difficult.
I've wanted to learn the moonwalk forever.
It's so easy. You've never done it?
Well, I've tried a couple times, but never like got it good enough. You know what I mean? I want to do like a legit moonwalk where people are like, dang.
Do it. Let's do a duel off.
Got to
who
have
can do it better.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah. Dance off.
We're
Dance
doing
off.
it.
I might have to
doing it.
start drinking next year for that. I found that I haven't danced in 2 years and I was feeling very awkward dancing. Like I just couldn't get, like I don't drink alcohol anymore either. So that doesn't help, you know, like alcohol helps loosen the joints. Okay. On the dance floor, like definitely helps you kind of get in the groove.
Oh, yeah.
And I just couldn't let go. I was like, what is wrong with me? Just had to like, I don't know. The more people dance around you, the easier it is. Right. Because then who cares? But yeah, I was like in my head. It was annoying. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. No, well, we're going to have a moonwalk off.
A moonwalk off. Yes. All right. Next one up is Noel Kleinman. He's out of LA and he shoots for celebrities, which is cool. So
fancy.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm here with Noel Kleinman from Los Angeles, California.
Correct.
So how long have you been shooting?
I've had 2 iterations of this. On the side of a consulting job, I did it from 2007 to 10. And then I stopped for 6 years. And when I quit my job in 2016, I found my way back in. And it really took off in end of 2017, beginning of 2018.
That's awesome. So it's a true passion.
Photography is a true passion for me. And I'm blessed to be able to wake up every morning and create. It's awesome.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
It's like endless opportunities.
It's fantastic.
So what do you do to take care of yourself? Like what do you do for you?
Well, I exercise. I have a Peloton. I love it.
Nice.
I have kids, and they're my pride and joy. My wife's my pride and joy. And in my downtime, I'm with them. They're basketball players like their old man was, and I enjoy watching them play and photograph them playing, and I just enjoy being with them.
Very cool. Yeah. And this job allows you to have that flexibility, right?
Well,
somewhat.
Somewhat. I do work a lot of hours. I shoot many homes every day.
Yeah.
And I'm in my office at 5, and during the summer I don't get home till 11.
Wow.
Yeah, but this time of year it's great. I'm usually home by 5:30, 6 o'clock, so I have time to be with my family.
I always look forward to fall and winter.
So do I.
Yes.
Everyone says I hate daylight savings, and I'm like, I embrace it.
All right.
Yes,
I love being home.
So do I.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing some Shooting the Shit podcasts.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It is. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, he's cool. I like him. He's cool.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
Chill.
Nice.
And his works, he does a lot of luxury real estate, like $20 million homes.
I've seen some of his work. Yeah. It's all LA stuff. Yeah. It looks great. Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful. So he's cool. He was nice. We went to lunch with him and the next guy we're interviewing. So that was kind of
I
fun.
like that perspective on daylight savings though. I feel the same way just because I'm still at the point where I want to book another 1 or 2 jobs a day. But then the other thing that's nice is, you get home and you get to see your family. It's a good point.
It's an automatic stopping time. Like you can't work later than start because it's dark.
All mirrors inside. Yep.
Exactly. Okay, so this next one, this guy is a little bundle of joy. So happy, just smiling, has an adorable smile, like just sweet as can be. So I had to interview him.
Hello. Okay, we are here with Anthony Barcelo from Los Angeles, California.
Hi.
He is a real estate photographer. And how long have you been at it?
I've been shooting for about 9 years now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, you've got 3 years on me. I love it.
Yeah, coincidentally, I started off as a real estate agent right out of college. And so that really set the foundation for the work that I do now. Every time I shoot through a real estate agent's lens. What's going to sell? What's going to distract?
Yes. So really understanding your target market is one of the most important things in being a business owner, right? And you
absolutely
have literally been your client.
Oh,
I love
absolutely,
that.
absolutely. I've
Yeah.
worked with photographers, and in that process, learned what works, what doesn't work, and what I ultimately wanted to bring to the table.
Good for you. I'm also a broker. I've only been doing it a year and a half, but yeah, it's a
a
lot of
hard
fun.
work.
Yeah, so our first listing, I actually staged it myself, which was a huge undertaking. I didn't have a couch or a dining room table for 3 weeks. But you learn a lot through that process of being an agent and listing a home and fully understanding how important those photos really are in
Absolutely.
marketing the property, right? And yourself, because I use all those images for my own marketing as well. So, okay, so tell me one thing that you bring to your business that you think has really made you stand out.
That's a really good question. I feel that what I bring to the table is a good, solid customer service experience. It's important to provide a beautiful product, but you also want to provide a beautiful experience. So from the moment I enter to the moment I leave, I really try to curate, a positive, enjoyable experience. So that's kind of been the secret to my business.
I love that. And there's so much to having the personality to go along with this business. It's one thing to have the skills, but you also have to have those people skills, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And
connect.
sometimes I have to tone down how much I talk because
Yeah.
I just don't stop. So-
Well, and you have such a presence about you. You're always smiling.
Oh.
You stood out to me when I walked in. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to meet this guy. He's super sweet.
That's so
Love it.
sweet. I
So-
appreciate that. Yeah, it's a very emotional experience for the homeowner, for the agent. And so I want to, really make that experience as beautiful and as positive as possible.
Yep.
And sort of, reduce their stress.
That's great. It's a great way to look at it. I love it. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Good to meet you, Rachael.
He's super chill. Our podcast when we talked about mirroring and you just kind of somehow I feel gravitate to his vibe. I just go right into his.
You do. That's what happened. I saw him in the showroom when it was the first day I saw him and I was like, oh, he looks lovely. I want to meet him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. He's got that a great calming presence somehow.
Yeah, like an aura around him.
Yeah. You're just like, hey,
peace.
how's it?
Yeah.
You could totally just walk up and be like, hey, how's it going, man?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, good, man. That's
Exactly.
awesome. I totally loved everything he was saying. It's so, spot on. Yeah. Everybody gets so focused on nothing besides the photos being the best of the best. But okay, once your photos are the best of the best, what else is going to be different? Well, that's what's going to be different is that experience that he creates is going to make all the difference. Because
and I
at
think
the end of the day, I mean, photo's a photo. I mean, you there's going to be a lot of people who could take a nice photo.
exactly.
There is,
Exactly.
So what else? How else can you separate yourself? The experience. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love it.
Yeah. It was cool.
Cool.
Good stuff. Okay, this last clip I don't think is anything. I think it's just the band. So we can just rock out for a second.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's rock
Here we
out.
go.
This is where the party starts. We may have come on a little strong, so we're gonna warm you up a little bit. Don't worry. So let's do something nice for the people tonight.
I already know that song. Come on now.
And yeah, that was all I got of the band, unfortunately. I wish I had more.
I love it. What is that song? I'm like, it's on the tip of my tongue though. I'm like, I know that song.
I don't know. I'm the worst. Don't ask me. I don't remember anything.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, yeah, I love it. 80s cover band. That's fun. Awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
No, that seems like such a great experience.
It was really cool. And that was just that was I don't know, 5% of the conversations that I had throughout the 2.5 days we were there. So I mean, being surrounded by those people, you can ask anything you want to start conversations with these people, anything you're trying to figure out in your business, just find a way to ask a question to these people that have been doing it maybe the same amount of time, less amount of time, more, it doesn't matter. You can get little nuggets from everything that you encounter through this conference.
So if people were thinking about going next year, but they're on the fence, what would you say some of the biggest things would be that they could get from this experience that you had?
Yeah, so the actual conference itself is 2 days, and then there's 2 days of workshops. So the conference itself is not technical information on how to shoot a house or how to do better video. It's digging deeper into the business side of things. They had a speaker on video marketing, like how this couple doubled their business with video, which is pretty cool. She also does vlogs, like of her life, which is awesome. I haven't even dug into that yet, but I'm excited to see that. That was Arturo and Lauren. They had the segment on the metaverse and AR and incorporating that into your business. There was how to grow your business with Reed Fish from Upmarket Media, the Upmarket podcast. He talked about how to grow a team and how to grow your business. So it's different. It's not stuff that you're going to learn on YouTube, right? It's not stuff that's just readily available. It's like industry kind of secrets and tidbits that you can take away. So it's really good. I liked it. And then if you want those more intensive, like technical skills, the 2 days of workshops are available for you to really dive into architectural and design photography or real estate photography or video, things like that.
What would you say is your favorite or a couple of favorite things from the whole experience, whether it was things you heard or the atmosphere or whatnot? What would it be?
One of my favorite things was the production level. They put on, so every vendor created, I don't know if every vendor did, but almost all the vendors created little commercials for in between the speakers, and they would play it on the big screen, and it was like a Super Bowl commercials. They were done so well. Like they should be, right? We're all in media, but we're not in commercial making. But to see the level of production these people put into these commercials, it was great. They were funny, they were catchy. They weren't directly just selling their product to you, like, here, use this floor plan. It was like they'd come up with some catchy way to pitch it to you, so that was really cool. And then just all the events that they had planned, like the happy hours and the free drinks and things that they would do. And then they had like a guy that was like spinning lights on strings or whatever, and he like put on a little show for like 20 minutes for the crowd, just like little things here and there. They had a photo booth, one of those 360-degree photos where the camera spins around you like in a full 360, and then it boomerangs back, and they'll do like slow motion in parts of it. So if you look on our Instagram, you'll see the one that we did one with Jordan and Alex and my husband, and then we did one with HD Photo Hub and Alex. So that was really just a fun touch, right? Like all photographers should love getting their photo taken because you're never in front of the camera, you're always behind it. But yeah, people were eating it up. They were having so much fun. They had like little glow glasses that you could wear that light up.
Yeah, I saw that. It was fun.
It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah.
So I think just the production, the level of production and the show that they really put on was impressive, and it was fun. It was lighthearted, it was entertaining, and it was packed with gold nuggets of information that can help your business. And then on top of that, they're encouraging you to network with people, right? And meet people. So, I mean, I'm a true believer that any experience is what you make it, and what you decide. You have to set your intention for what you want that experience to be for you. So if you go into it thinking, I'm not going to get anything out of this, this is going to suck, that's the experience you're going to have most likely. But if you go into it with like, I'm excited, I'm going to learn new things, like this is going to be really cool, you're going to have a better experience. So, and that's how I went into it. I was like, this is going to rock. I can't wait. Yeah. So that, and then I really enjoyed the speech by Emma Peter. She talked a lot more about the mindset stuff and some limiting beliefs, and just having that, finding your purpose and finding your passion and really going after it. So that was cool.
Nice.
For me, like I think the biggest takeaway, the biggest thing I got out of it is that I need to follow the passion, which I'm seeing that more clearly now. Like I was burnt out from shooting real estate the last 2 years over COVID. I mean, I've shot like a wild woman, and I'm just tired, and it's so easy for me. I go in, I'm in and out of a house in 25 minutes, if not less, like it's so, I just do it like the back of my hand. There's very little creativity. It's just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, done. It's easy, which is great, like in and out, whatever, but it's kind of boring, it starts to get stale. So for me, seeing all these architectural photographers work and seeing the level that of what they're producing and how beautiful the images are, they're more like fine art photography. They're not just a real estate photo, and there's a lot of time and effort that goes into crafting these images. And then Emma will wait for the light to be absolutely perfect before she shoots, or they'll pump in light from outside, which is like, what? That sounds fun. And then they'll add a person in the shot, like a woman standing in a window shot from outside from far away, so it adds that element of human touch to the image and makes it just really impactful. It kind of tells that story. So Alex and I are building out our architectural and design division, and so we're going to start incorporating some of these more creative shots into our lineup of what we offer. So it's just kind of infused me with a little bit more passion. Like I haven't been really passionate about photography. I'm passionate about the business building. I'm passionate about the people. I love marketing. I absolutely love social media. Like I'm all over it. That drives me every day. But the actual photography part of it has been kind of meh, meh for me. So this really infused that passion to me to want to explore this new area of architectural photography with adding people into it. You know, because I do lifestyle photography and I shoot people and I enjoy that. I'm passionate about it. And I've always wanted to kind of incorporate the two together.
Yeah.
So this is my opportunity and chance to use my own creativity and come up with a unique product for our new clients. So
Cool. Yeah, we have to connect with get some models on your in your contact list now.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to be the model. I'm going to stand across the room in a pretty dress.
Well, you can do that too.
We'll do that in the beginning while we're still broke.
Yeah,
Not
totally.
bringing in a lot.
Yeah, totally. And your husband, make your husband do it too.
Oh
in some of the
yeah,
shots, right?
Totally. Get him all shaped up. He went to the barber shop at the hotel. They had a barber shop there, and they like shape your beard and trim him. So his best friend flew in from Spokane to come because my husband didn't go to the actual conference during the day. He just hung out with his buddy. So they both went to the barber shop and got their beards trimmed, and they shaved like underneath of his lower lip down to like the bottom of his chin, like bare, which he never does. He always has the little flavor saver.
I knew we were going there.
I couldn't not say it. It is what it is. Okay.
Here
you know
we
what
go,
I'm talking
everybody.
about.
Buckle up. Here we go.
She said it. So he normally has that. Well, he didn't. It looked cute, but it was very like tailored Vegas. He got home and he shaved it right away. He was like, I can't.
Funny.
You could rock it in Vegas, babe, but not in Washington.
Right. Yeah.
So anyways, barbershop was fun. I don't know where I was going with that, but
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Well, that's
good
cool.
stuff.
So I mean, fun to be had by all.
yes, definitely. And the hotel. So the Sandpoint is where we stayed. I hope the conference is there next year. So guess how much an 18 pack of Coors Light costs from the gift shop there?
I do not know.
I mean, it's Vegas. Take a guess.
18 pack.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not talking to the right person. So everyone should know
Okay, never mind.
that I don't drink very much, and I don't know what an 18 pack of anything costs.
It's
I'm gonna
usually
guess
like
$16.
It's like
$20?
usually $16.99 at Chevron.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Now in Vegas, everything is so much more. Like a beer at the pool is like almost $20. I'm pretty sure. One mixed drink is like $20 at the pool.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Or like clubs, they're so expensive. $16.99 for an 18 rack of beer at the gift shop. Like everything. I got a V8, which is disgusting, but I needed it, and a pineapple juice. It was $1.79. I was like, did you ring them both up? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, are you sure it's $1.79? She's like, yep. I'm like, you guys have great prices.
That's awesome.
They had $1.50 hot dogs, like on the floor. Everything was just very affordable.
Oh, that's cool.
Which was
That's good.
great.
Well, yeah, I mean, so I bought my ticket to go to the conference, and I reserved my room to go to the conference. So the room prices were actually not bad either. I remember going, that's it? Oh, okay, that's great. So, unfortunately, in the end, I wasn't able to go because of some conflicts that came up. But yeah, I mean, that's a good thing to know too, is that the rooms are not that bad. And I think I had 2 queens in my room, and it was dirt cheap. I was really surprised how little it was going to be for I think 4 days I was going to be there, but I can't remember what it was, but I was like, oh, all right, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
And if you have somebody going with you, if you have somebody from your team or whatever, then you share a room, whatnot. Yeah. So
Or bring your spouse and have them fly on their friend, and they can hang out during the day.
yeah, exactly. Hang on the day and go to the barber shop and get an anti-flavor saver.
Yeah. An anti-flavor saver. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All of that.
You got it.
Good things.
that's-
Oh, and they have an equestrian center. So they have like the PBR rodeo was there the weekend before. Which I was bummed. I'm like, man, I would have loved to go to the rodeo. So lots to do. But honestly, like from morning, the conference started, I think it started at 8:30, maybe 9. But they tell you to be there at like 8:15, 8:30. And then it's done at 5. And then they have happy hours and little gatherings and then party after the first night. So your time is pretty much eaten up. You don't have a lot of time to go down to the strip. On night 2, we went out to dinner. We went and took a car down to the strip and went to dinner, and it was delicious, amazing, good times. But you really don't have a lot of time on the strip. So staying at the Sandpoint, which is off like at the very end of the strip, was not a big deal because you're not missing out. And it's like an $18 Uber ride to get to the strip. So it's not that bad.
Yeah, because you keep you busy. You're keeping as much as you want to be busy at the conference. I assume you can be busy and having fun and doing whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah.
Fully entertained.
Plus, they have a pool.
Yes, but it was not warm enough for pool.
Oh, really? Was it not?
No, like it was 61, I think, or 60. It wasn't hot. It was cool. The sun was out, so it was pretty, but it was chilly.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So good times. Neal, you're coming next year, and we're wearing t-shirts. I bought t-shirts. Have you listened to my podcast or asked me about my podcast t-shirts?
Yes.
And
Ask me about my podcast. Yeah.
I didn't. I brought it.
We're
But
rocking it next. Yeah, you didn't wear them. I know. You needed your sidekick
I
for
was
that.
like, I need my partner. I can't do it alone. And I had really cute outfits picked out, so I'm like,
we
I can't
can
wear
point
this
at each
t-shirt.
other. And...
Yeah. We can put a little finger on there.
Yeah. I'm with co-host.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome. So
Cool.
overall, a great conference. Everybody should go next year. It's really fun to meet your peers and be surrounded by people that are like-minded and into the same stuff as you. So
Heck yeah. All right. Well, next year we'll even top this year. All right, Rach?
yes, and we'll do more interviews and we'll do another review because that would be fun to get, like, maybe you interview people and I interview people and we can do some together.
Sounds good.
I don't know.
I like it. I'm excited.
I'll have some dual offs, like dance offs and stuff.
Oh, definitely moonwalking.
Yes, for sure.
I'll have to remember
practicing
that.
I'm watching videos.
I'm doing it now. Here we go.
There he goes.
Whoa! Knock over my back leg.
Neal falls. Falls backwards. Breaks his butt.
I'm not winning any competitions right now.
All right, guys.
All right,
Well,
cool.
Thank
Thanks,
you
guys.
thanks for listening. Come to PMRE next year. It's going to be sick.
And we'll see you there.
All right.
Cool. All right.
Bye.